you serious?
Hello, welcome back to How to Kill an Hour. Sean, you're back in the house, bruv.
Been
How
too
you
long.
doing, bruv? It's been too long. It's
Yes.
been too long.
Yes.
It's been a while. It's been a while. We had a really good run before we disappeared. At what was like the end of 2022, innit?
Yep.
Now we're back. We've had some stuff that we need to deal with outside of this. Like things have gone on, but we've made time and we're going to be back for a run of How to Kill an Hour. We might even give this a whole new season. I don't even know what season we're on, like 5 or whatever. But how you been, bro?
Oh, I'm good. Had to get some stuff out the way, but I'm ready to commit to this now, bro.
100%, 100%. What was good though is we caught up the other day and we all went to a mutual friend of ours' first birthday party, and it was great knowing that this is how I know we're all mates.
Our mutual friend's not one.
Yeah. What's going on, bro? You want to cut up for a drink? Want to cut up for a drink, bro? Yeah, a mutual friend of ours. We caught up with him and we went for a juice at his yard, and it was his kid's first birthday, which I surely will remember, of course, because we all remember our first birthday. But we all bought presents that were the same in terms of what they will do to the parents as well as what they'll do for the child. Which
Without any prior discussions. Or,
yeah. So what did you go for then?
Well, I just went for something that would really piss off. Something that's fun for the kid, but really annoy our mutual friend.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody, or at least like a group of us, we all went down the same path with me.
So the kid ended up with a drum kit.
Yeah.
Kid ended up with a DJ set.
A little DJ bebop thing.
Some electronic music device. Bruv, I love it.
I listened to before I got it, I watched the video on it, and I could only take about 10 seconds from I had to turn it off, and I was like, yep, that's the one.
Sweet, man. Sweet. So yeah, if you're someone who hasn't got kids and your friend has got kids and they've been sleep deprived and they finally got to a point where the child is a year old, they maybe got a bit of routine, fuck with them. Why not?
Yeah.
Mess with them,
I think
bruv.
they are getting back to their normal routine
Exactly,
again.
yeah, it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, so the show's going to run a little bit like how we did in the last season, which is Sean and I have been looking at the internet and we're going to talk about things that we've seen on the internet. But this week, it's mad, isn't it, bro? It's mad. This week, though, you've been covering the jokes side of things, because I believe one of the jokes that you bust last year was absolutely insane, bruv. It did really, really well. So I think it's only right that you take over the jokes. And then we're going to talk about some stuff that's going on. I've looked at the internet and I'm going to talk about some stuff with Sean, and that's it. Super simple. So Sean, please crack on. I have got sound effects as well. Like if there's a joke that's really good, you know, you might get a little rim shot here, which is the weirdest thing. Bro, do you want a rim shot? Check it, is it worse? Or if it doesn't go so well, you get a trombone.
Oh, yes.
I don't think
Both
I've
are
ever
not very
given anyone.
desirable at this moment
Well, I
in
don't know. Yeah, at this moment, Sean said operative words. At this moment in time, not very preferable. But yeah. So, bruv, hit me with the jokes, bruv.
All right, man. We're gonna have a mixture of normal jokes, throw some dad jokes in there, because I can't not do some dad jokes.
Okay, cool. Oh, I thought you were going to be adamantly against dad jokes.
No,
right, cool.
you know, it's part of my makeup, so.
Yeah, I hear that. I might have a joke for you as well. Actually, I did have a joke and I deleted the punchline, so I've had to find the whole joke. And
Did you find the punchline?
Yeah, I did. It was punching, bruv.
Do you want to start off with yours?
Oh,
I'm putting you on the spot here.
All right, go on.
Hear it.
Male bees die after mating. That's basically their life. Honey, nut, cheerio.
Hey, that's a good one. It's a hard one to follow. I shouldn't have. It's like fire in the booth. Shouldn't have.
Instead of Hadouken, we got Hadouken.
Can we get that at some point?
Yeah, of course, 100%. I think I have it on my computer somewhere as well. Anyway,
all right.
Actually, no, Sean, we've got a desk with new special effects. Shout out to Rode for sending us the Rodecaster 2. We can do stuff like this. Dad jokes of the week.
And normal jokes as well.
That's heavy. Should we do that again? Dad jokes of the week.
Plus normal jokes.
All right, man, let's roll.
I said to the gym instructor, "Can you teach me to do the splits?" He said, "How flexible are you?" I said, "Can't make Tuesdays." Oh, so great. Went to the zoo. There was only one dog in it. It's a shit zoo.
I like that.
So mainly dad jokes.
So it's mainly dad jokes. I thought you was against the dad jokes.
No. Cool. It's hard to find new good dad jokes though.
Yeah. Well, maybe after a few episodes, you'll be able to write a good dad joke yourself. You'll just become like a dad joke connoisseur. You know.
Okay.
Like a man that
dad
enjoys
sommelier.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was literally gonna say that. A man that knows a good wine. He's like, yes, this joke comes from the Scotland region. It's
I'll be able to decant a good dad joke.
Oh, look at the legs on that joke. Fantastic. It's got legs for days. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm getting hints of uncle. Hints of uncle joke.
What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
I don't know. What is the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
One is really heavy and the other is a little lighter.
What's mad about that joke is, I think I said that to you in one of the earlier episodes. and you were like, oh, that's whack. You said that was shit.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great one. I was just mugging you off. Let's be honest.
Welcome to Sean. We didn't even introduce ourselves. Sorry, I'm Marcus Bronzy.
Sean. Just Sean.
Just Sean. Yeah, and this is just Sean. Cool.
Just Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Anyway.
Have we spoken about the Sean Paul like ad-lib that he does?
What? Which one? Dati, eh? Shanda Paul.
Yeah, Shanda Paul. So that's a cricketer, right? And he took that from, he heard like the cricketer's name and he was like, he ended up using that. And I thought that he was saying Sean Paul, but in his
I don't know
accent.
I don't know this, but I've read this. But I didn't know whether it was one of those ones.
No. It's I read the interview for it. Sorry, I digress. But I read the interview for it. It blew my mind. I was like, So the Caribbean.
Oh my God! He's actually playing tribute to. So
Shanda Paul. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So I used to know the guy like back in
because you know your sports and that.
Now.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was a coincidence, but no, it wasn't.
If you were gonna do it, because that's different. Sean Paul's done what most artists sing their own name. Craig David,
Jason Derulo,
all of them, innit? You know what I mean? DJ Khaled, all of those guys, yeah? You get me? Like, DJ Khaled! So, I find that fascinating, bruv. So, basically,
it's like
he's
wordplay.
shouting out someone else, though.
He's shouting out someone else, but it's like wordplay. No, but it's definitely...
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like wordplay on his name, but then a little tribute to a man like Shanda Paul.
Really? So it's a tribute he said it's a tribute at the same time?
I believe so, yeah. I read the interview. It was a little while back now.
You read it quite quickly, didn't you?
I did.
You browsed over it. Skimmed it. Oh, Shanda Paul. Yeah, great.
No, but I had, before I finished reading it, I felt like I had to share it to certain people already. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like...
I'm trying to think, who would I...
Mind blown.
Because you could actually do this, because you could be Sean. It's Sean in this, isn't it? Sean.
It doesn't really... don't really work.
Sean. Is it not the same? Sean. No, I don't know. No. Who would I... If I was an artist and I could big up someone else, who would I big up? Henri.
No, but does it have to be a wordplay on your own name, or can it just be any... You can't just say some random person's name.
Marcus Aurelius. I don't know like I don't know any more Marcuses, bro. Marcus Garvey. Yeah, you can. Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I reckon
do
you should kick off with that.
Marcus, he'll do that at the start of the podcast next time. Marcus Aurelius. Right, cool. Sorry. You got jokes.
It's a short one.
Is that a joke? Hey, that's what she said. Go ahead.
This is my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder. Simple one, but so good. I like that. I recently went to the world's tiniest wind turbine exhibit. Honestly, not a big fan. Too dad jokey. Too dad. Hey, it's a great joke.
I think it's alright. No, I'll take it back. It's actually good. It's actually I like it.
I once had a dream I was floating in an ocean of orange soda. It was more of a fantasy.
Oh, I like that one. That's sick. That's really good.
Although I can't say the words orange soda without thinking about Keenan and Kel.
Who loves orange soda? I do. Is it true? That was it. Yeah, that was sick, man. That was one of my. Do you know what? That was one of the most. When you look at it, it was one of the most entertaining, but bonkers.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know. I feel like it aged quite well. Like, I watch them back, and it's just like they were just doing madness. Like,
I still can't think of what actually happened because it was always in like a lot of the time it was in like the burger shop or something like that. But I don't remember.
I never,
what happened.
anything that happened in any of the shows, you just remember there was the orange soda bit. All right, I remember one, right, where there was the tuna, and then they went to court because there was a screw in a tin of tuna, and they were going to win loads of money in the court settlement. And then at the last minute, Kel was like, I put the screw in the tuna, and he just breaks down. I remember that episode. And then other than that, I don't remember anything else. But it did have one of the best intros ever, bro.
Oh, I don't even. If I heard it now, I would remember it.
If the Bluetooth that was not working before the show works, we'll hear it right now. Yeah, because I have got it in my vast repertoire of old school music. So let me draw for this.
Have a look. I will say this about the show.
Yeah,
it was one of them shows which I very much enjoyed, but one day I just stopped enjoying it. Like I remember coming back home from school, I watched it and I went, nah.
You grew up.
Over the course of a single night. I probably watched it the day before and was like, this is hilarious.
This is sick, yeah.
Next day I was like, never. And I never watched it again.
Rah.
Yeah, that was it.
As an adult, I don't know if I do that with any shows. Unless between seasons I can fall out of a show. But when I'm invested in the show. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's not working properly. That's going to stop us getting a DMC strike. Doom, doom, doom. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, that was a tune, innit?
Nostalgia. Okay.
We could hack it. 1 second. Here we go.
Oh my days. It was filmed in front of a live audience as well, wasn't it?
And it's Coolio.
Yeah.
Coolio doing it. It's time for Keenan and Kel. Come on,
it's coming back.
Sick.
It's coming back.
Yeah. Nick.
Nickelodeon.
That was heavy. Anyway.
Invested. I've got one. I've got one for invested. You said invested, so I thought I might as well keep it.
Let's go for it.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
I don't know. What do you call an alligator?
I reckon you might be able
vest?
to guess this.
What do you call an alligator in a vest? Investigator. Oh, come on! I got that.
Yes, good.
Nice,
I like
nice.
it. See, we could make some dad jokes.
Yeah.
Could do this.
Right then, bruv. What do you call an alligator in a nest? No, that don't work, man. I was going to say investigator, but see, I can't write. See, that's fucking horrible, bro.
What do you call a belt made of watches?
I don't know. What do you call a belt made of watches?
Waste of time. I fool that joke.
Yes, man. Yes.
All right. This is another dad joke. Today at the bank, an old lady asked me to check her balance. Mm-hmm. So I pushed her over.
Oh, man. Dread.
All right, this is a bit of a long one. All right. In a freak accident today, a photographer was killed when a huge lump of cheddar landed on him. To be fair, the people who were photographed did try to warn him.
That's actually sick. That's actually sick.
It's a terrible dad joke.
That's sick. I like that.
Wait, got time for one more?
Yeah, of course.
The last thing Grandpa said before he kicked the bucket. How far do you think I can kick the bucket? I butchered that.
It's all right. Go again. Go again.
I knew that was coming. I know you too well.
Go.
No, I can't be this.
My hand's lingering over the button. Yeah, go on.
All right, last one.
Yeah. No, go on, do that one again. I like it. Go on. I'm not gonna do it.
Nah.
No, go on.
No.
I promise, bro. I promise. For the social media, I won't do it. Okay, cool.
I feel like you're gonna. All right. I'm gonna quickly. The last thing Grandpa said before he kicked the bucket was, "How far do you reckon I kicked that bucket?" It was worse than the first time. That was worse than the first time. I'm gonna end on this one because this is right up. This is like right up my street.
Okay.
You got to try and guess this one.
Okay, cool.
What's white and can't climb trees?
What's white and can't climb trees? Oh my god! You actually have to have a guess? I'm gonna white and can't climb trees. A white and I don't know what white and can't climb trees.
A fridge. Oh, see, at least one of us is laughing.
Oh, bro, that's jokes, man. That's jokes. Well, there you go. That's our as Sean would say. Go on, your
normal jokes and dad jokes of the week.
Oh man, they were good, bruv. They were good. Anyway, oopsie. Anyway, right. So oh wow, that article, by the way, with Sean Paul. Sean Paul isn't as narcissistic as his songs always make him sound. All right, fucking hell, slow down on sticking a knife into fucking. It's Sean Paul, isn't it, man? Flipping hell. All right, cool.
What have you got for us, bro?
Oh my god, I've just found a really horrible dad joke. I have to run this through you before we talk about it on the next episode because it's a bit of a strong one. It's a bit of a strong one. It's a bit close to the bone. Yeah, so I've been on the internet this week and I've been looking at funky headlines, Sean. So I'll hit you with a headline.
Okay.
You can react accordingly. Palmer Luckey, this company, have made a VR headset that kills the user if they die in the game. You're someone who uses VR.
No, I feel like I heard about this. Isn't it got like it's got like a revolver shells or something like that? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Something like that?
Yeah. Well, basically, I forgot, so I can't read through it. So basically, it's a VR headset that will kill the user if they die in the game they're playing. So he did this to commemorate an anime, Sword Art Online. Now, he's the founder of Oculus, the company he sold to Facebook in 2014 for $2 billion. Yeah, fucking hell.
It was 2014?
Yeah, man.
That they sold it?
Yeah.
What, when it became Meta?
It became Meta a couple of years ago, innit? Or a year ago, innit?
Yeah.
So it's still Facebook, so it's like Oculus. But yeah, now it's all Meta stuff. It's called like the Meta headset. So Lucky's killer headset looks like a MetaQuest Pro hooked up with 3 explosive charge modules that sit above the screen. The charges are aimed directly at the user's forebrain should they go off and obliterate the head of the user. Jeez.
It's a bit strong, isn't it?
It's a bit strong. That would change the way that I played computer games forever, bruv. I would be the most timid player in something like everyone in GTA would be driving, stopping at the traffic lights.
Indicating.
Yeah. But then it stops being a game, doesn't it? Because you're just literally killing each other. Like, you could die in it.
But also, depending on how you die.
Yeah.
You get eaten by a shark, you just get shot in the head. However you die, you get shot in the head.
Stop a coffee table really hard, just shot in the head. Oh, that's bad. That is mad.
I mean, I'm guessing that is not gonna hit our shelves anytime soon.
Nah, I think it's some hyperbole in it, but I think there's gassing it up. But I thought it was just an interesting one. So
it sounds like Battle Royale. Do you remember Battle Royale?
Yeah.
Where they had the kind of things on their neck with it.
Exactly. That's the whole point of computer games, is to not die in real life, isn't it? Like, that's what I thought.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's the sole purpose of it. But it's I don't know if that's the way they sold it initially.
Buy the PS5 Xbox and don't die today. That's a good way of selling it,
People are
isn't
like,
it?
oh yeah.
Buy to survive. You will die. Yeah, go on.
No, I feel like
Yeah.
that's a solid marketing ploy, I think.
Well,
Because people will be like, I don't
yeah.
want to die. Maybe I should play this game.
Because we've both done, not together, we've both done the Star Wars VR, haven't we? That they
Yes.
did at Westfield. Wasn't it mad how that was one of the only ones where it was still quite clunky tech then because you had to wear a big backpack with the PC on it and a headset, but you didn't have to wear anything on your hands. But they scanned your whole hands, didn't it?
It was top-down tracking, if I remember.
Yeah. And like the funniest thing was,
And your
did you
legs.
do this? And your legs. Did you do the first thing everyone else did, which is when you was like, oh my god, like your hands look like stormtroopers' hands, and you both all like do this to
At
each
the
other.
same time, everyone was
flicked each
like-
other the birdie. Was like, oh my god, it does work. What I do too, yeah. So we did that, and remember that you wore a haptic suit as well. When you got shot,
Yeah, we'll
I
give you
got a lot of friendly fire. You got like a little tap, which in real life was literally just like a soft tap. But when you were immersed in it, did it not feel? I was saying, "Ouch!" I was gonna, you got me, like that.
Okay.
Was I just getting too into it, or do you even remember?
Is there such thing as getting too into it?
Oh yeah, there is.
Unless you, it's like the Matrix, and you get too involved in it,
yeah,
and then you die in the
yeah,
game,
yeah.
and then you die, and then you're like, I think I was probably too involved in it.
You think that as you're dead?
Yeah.
I was probably too. Last famous words. Is that in the Matrix? The last famous words. Yeah, I was probably a bit too involved in this, innit? Yeah, man. But like, yeah, I found that the little haptic taps and stuff, like they really immersed me in the game. There were parts where you could smell things, feel temperature and stuff like that.
I remember when you touched down, I think the doors opened,
Yeah.
and there was like a kind of a gangway, and there was lava on the side.
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
you stepped out, they obviously had some heaters or whatever, because as soon as you stepped out, you felt all the heat, you smelt the burning
Yeah.
smell, and all of that tricks your mind. So people like jump in the lava, and you're like, nah, man, you jump in the lava.
Yeah. When did you say there were some other guys? Because you could all hear each other like stormtroopers on headsets.
I was actually
innit?
doing it with like friends
Yeah.
of friends, so I didn't really know them too well. Hence why there wasn't all that much friendly fire and stuff in it, because it wasn't like the man them in it. Like,
I can't lie, bruv. There was mad friendly fire in my one, bro. It was like, sorry. But yeah. But yeah, it's fascinating, man. Just the little touches that add to the VR stuff. But yeah, probably not dying in VR is the one. Right, anyway, Sean, there's a study that's exposed telecommunication sector's most common passwords. So there's a study that's exposed the telecommunication sector's most common passwords.
can I ask?
Yeah, go on.
Are the ones like at the top of the list the ones that you would like fully expect?
I would like you to. I've got the top 10 here. We can start from the least common, or we can start from the most common. Maybe from the most common would be the best place to start. What do you think is the most common password?
Wait, were you talking about the least common out of the 10, not like the least common password
It's
in the world?
in the world.
Because we'd be here for a while.
yeah. There. So we've got 10 here, and I'm going to go from the most common one
Okay.
onwards, right? So I'd like you to guess what the most common password is. And also, let us know if you've used any of these passwords in any of the comments, all right?
Because of the way that the human brain works, I'm going to go with password. Just password.
You're so close, yeah? That's number 2 on the list, yeah? What do you think's at number 1?
Is it a sequence of numbers?
Yes.
Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
In 2023, bruv, where
Yo.
crime is rife online, yeah? People are stealing whole identities, yeah? People are crippling the NHS with viruses, and the password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so in first place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In second place, like this is the second least likely password, or second least common, most common password, yeah. Password.
Just password, okay.
So for the third one, it's a combination of the first and the second. I'd like you to give it.
Is it password 1, 2, 3?
That's a bit too complex.
Password 1. That was going to be my first guess for the first one as well, but I thought there's going to be more basic.
Yeah.
There's going to be more basic people that are just like, nope, no numbers in this.
So for the fourth one, a sequence of numbers and letters and then numbers, but it's a 6-figure password. So letter, number.
Only 3 letters at the beginning.
Yeah, 3 letters and 3 numbers. What's the first three?
PAS 1, 2, 3.
What's the first sequence of numbers you learn when you're a child?
Oh, ABC 1, 2, 3.
In fifth place, It's the same as the most common one in the world, but if you try to be a little bit more complex. So the most common one was a sequence of numbers.
Is it just 7, 8 after it?
Oh,
wait. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's too complex, bro. Yeah,
gone too far. Gone too far.
Yeah.
Is it something like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, I missed out the last
so
digit.
close,
Who
So
came up
close.
with the number 9?
I
Leave it at 8. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Sixth place, this is going to go a little bit left. So have a guess, and I'll just tell you it straight away, because otherwise we'll be here for a while. It's just a word.
Okay. Is it just? It's just the word. No numbers.
It's just a word, yeah. All lowercase.
How many? Give me how many letters?
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, my sorry.
What? You,
Yeah,
when I
6,
asked
7,
you,
8.
when I asked you, you went like you might.
like I can't see it. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, no, I have to
4,
think
5,
of,
6,
I'm
7.
not even going to guess. I can't think of any words. I have 8 characters. Is it something?
7 characters. Sorry.
7 characters.
Yeah.
Is it something random like a planet?
Nah. Oh, save that thought for later on. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Nah, go on. Tell me.
Unknown. Unknown. That's the word.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit out there. I would never think of that as a password. Anyway, in number 7, it's very similar to the first one, which was a sequence of numbers. Just a tiny
Have
bit
I said it?
simple.
Have I said it
You've
already?
said it already, but it's got to be slightly more simple than the first one, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you were to make that just a fraction simpler, what would you do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's less common.
Yeah.
Like the city, okay, and I'm guessing maybe that's because certain places will ask you for 6 characters minimum. I
Yeah.
reckon that's the reason why. Because otherwise, people would be like 1, 2.
3, 4, 5.
No, just leave it at 1, 2.
Yeah. Number 8 is this is a weird one, so I'll give you a clue. Think of one of the earliest social medias that was popular that we had.
Okay.
What do you remember? What?
I mean, I'm in my head. I've got MySpace or High Five.
You were bang on it with the first guess one.
MySpace.
And then make it a little bit more complex, a la the most common password. If you would make it a fraction more complex.
1.
MySpace 1. Yeah, cool. The next one, the 9th most common password. I don't believe how this is a password because if I'm honest, Sean, I've never known of a 3-letter password in my life.
Yeah,
So
who's allowing you to set 3-letter passwords?
Yeah, so this one's a bit weird.
Dog.
Oh, you're so close.
God.
Yes. It is like somebody wrote password dog. No, that's too obvious, mate. It's too obvious. How do we make it a little bit? Yeah, I know. God. But I'm just like, when have you ever used a 3-letter password for anything?
Yeah, no, that must be. I don't know how historic these are because I'm. Although I will say this yesterday, I was with our mutual friend yesterday who we went to his birthday.
How's he sleeping?
Not well at all. And we were discussing about. I was saying to him about. We were talking about The Matrix because I watched it the other day again, and I had never realized that Neo was an anagram of one.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I was like, bro, I can't believe I never clocked that. And he was like, oh yeah, I never clocked that. I was just like, well, both of us are just a pair of idiots doing this.
You know, what is real? How do you define real? How do you think it's aged, by the way, The Matrix? Do you think that's?
I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough to watch something a quarter of a century later.
Fucking hell, why you got to make sure?
That's got
Stop
like
it, bro.
mad nostalgia attached. Do you get me? Yeah, it's like 23, 24 years. Yeah, I think it's 99.
No, Sean,
99.
It says 24.
24 years, man.
Yo. It can go to over 24, 25 rave or 25 and over rave next year. Wow. The graphics stood up all right then, considering it's that old, man.
Yeah.
Soundtrack was banging as well.
Soundtrack was good. Yeah, there was some bangers in it. But it's like it's I think it was, but it's very difficult to be unbiased because there's a lot of films now which if I watch them now and it would be in first viewing, it would be very different to having watched it when I was a kid. Same with albums, etc.
Yeah.
So, but on the whole, I reckon.
I think I first watched The Matrix on a VHS, and I remember we went to the cinema to watch Matrix 2, We went to Finchley Road O2 Centre.
Yeah.
I remember like we were probably so annoying because we were like just busting jokes, but that was sick, man. I think we were all going like ooh, ooh during the film.
He's banding up like
he's patching up red. Yeah, we're like ooh, that's bro, that's sick, you know.
This is why I got to give you like a wider berth.
Yeah.
As an adult now, I'm just like, what are these kids doing?
Yeah, these little kids, having fun.
Yeah.
They're having fun, enjoying them, laughing. I'm here to watch the film angrily. So I can tweet about it later on, innit? Yeah. But no, I love The Matrix. One of my favorite films. I just feel like it's sci-fi, it's got a real message in it, and it's just fucking fun, innit? Like you can take it serious if you want to, or you can literally just not and just
can I say there was one bit that I missed that Morpheus says when he comes in and speaks to Neo when he's first transitioning from being human into the Matrix, and he says to him, there was a guy who originally was the first person to free anybody in the Matrix, and we believe that person has returned, reincarnate.
Yeah,
I forgot that. I was like, oh damn, I forgot about that.
And they remind you at the end of the film, innit? You know what? I can get my head around the end of the film when I've watched it.
The end of the first one?
The end of the third one. Because they call back to that in the third one, The Matrix Reloaded, or whatever it is, yeah.
What's the end? I can't even remember the ending of it.
Bro, it's like, oh my gosh.
There's too many machines
if you listen to The
like
Matrix, you're not going to... Apparently, there's always a Neo is like... whenever they rebuild a Matrix, there's always a Neo that comes out at the end of it. That's why there's that room with all the TVs and he's going like, where am I? So there's always... He's like... It's like cooking eggs and bacon. There's always going to be a little bit that spits out the side of the pan, and you've always got to wipe it up.
That's a mad analogy.
Is that a shit analogy? Oh, should I try again?
I didn't even say it was a shit one. It was just a mad one.
You know, like if you fry eggs and bacon, however hard you try, always a little bit of oil on the outside. And if that oil uprises enough, if you don't clean that oil up, bruv, someone's going to fall over. Yeah? Get me?
Cool.
Yeah, get me. The little bits of oil are being like, you trying to say when I'm older I can knock people over? And they're trying to say, no, if you get big enough, you'll be so oily and slippery, you'll roll onto the floor and people will fall over. You wouldn't even have to touch them. There you go. I went really meta and deep there. But yeah, so, right. Last password.
Okay.
The 10th most common password in the world.
Would you think that it would have been higher up in this list? Or is it? Did you think it sits at its correct?
It's tricky because it uses the common...
Is it tricky? Sorry. Oh, now I just got SSX tricky.
It's tricky. It's close, but it's basically with passwords. Remember, if you take, for example, I'm going to give you a hint of what I say, the world's most common password, and add letters to it, or a letter to it, you've made it more complex, so it's probably less likely to be occurring. So it's a combination of two of the passwords.
Does it start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yes.
ABC?
Too complex.
8?
It's 7. It's 7 digits.
It's 7 digits.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A?
Yes. Oh my god! So just for the social media clip, brother, and all this, and also for the gang that are listening to this, I'm about to give you the 10 most used passwords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is at number 1. At number 2, password. At number 3, password 1. At number 4, ABC 1, 2, 3. At number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At number 6, unknown.
That was a left field one. For me, that was a left field, the unknown one.
Yeah. Unknown. Bit mad.
Maybe people think like, I'm better smart.
Yeah, I'm better smart. Unknown 1. You get me? At number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 8, MySpace 1. If you don't know what MySpace is, you're too old for this. Number 9, God, God. Number 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A.
You know what it is about the last one is the mentality behind it, where you're just like, oh, whatever. And then at the end of, when you get to 6, you're like, I need to make this more difficult.
Bruv,
And then you don't really lean into it. You just, A. Nothing else apart from that. Yeah, just A.
And those are the most common passwords in the telecommunications sector. And next week's episode, I can give you the most common passwords in the whole wide world. Oh, there you go, bro. So yeah, those aren't even in the whole wide world. That's just the telecommunication sector. And I've also got, oh my gosh, I can find out the UK's as well. Oh, the UK's oh my God, yeah, there's some football teams in the top 10, Sean. I'm just saying, bro. But yeah, we can do that later. And we'll stop talking about passwords. Should we chat a little bit more? Should we talk about something else before we get out of here? It's up to you, Sean.
Let's do it.
Right, so have you ever done something? I mean, to ask if you've saved someone's life is a bit dread, because if you haven't, I've like set you up to sound like you're not a hero. But if you have, that's fantastic.
I'm not a hero. I'll just put that out there.
Hey, Sean, there's gunshots over there. Sean? Sean gets a text. Yeah, brother, I'm home safe and sound. What's going on? So basically, here's a way of putting it. What would you think is something that you could save someone's life with that's an everyday object?
An umbrella.
In what way?
If someone's going to cross the road and you can use it to hook their neck.
Oh, and hold them back. So they may not be able to walk again because they've got a broken neck. However, they've not been hit by a car. Squash died. Wicked. How about, I'm trying to get us towards this story.
Okay.
How about a food object? What do you think about a food object?
What could save? I mean, you could stop someone from choking with like a ball of rice.
You're so close. You can tell that we have ethnicities in our backgrounds because we're like rice. Yeah, we're like rice. It's a good. Saves phones and saves lives.
Right?
Put some rice on it.
So many uses. You can throw it at weddings, everything.
Do you remember? Before I get into this, do you remember at primary school? Do you remember our welfare officer? That was a person. If you hurt yourself, you had to go and see them.
Miss McAllister.
Miss McAllister. Yeah. Do you remember what she'd do if you ever hurt yourself? The remedy?
It was anything you went to her for. It was put a little bit of cotton wool on it. Arm would be facing the other way, innit?
Yeah.
Same treatment.
And it was
Send
like,
you on your way, innit?
do you know what her thing was like? If it was a really bad graze, like if it was an artery spurting blood, she'd be like, bit of water. Put the cotton wool on it. That was it. Yeah.
That's when you knew it was bad.
Yeah, you got double cotton wool. Do you get what I mean? That was so jokes. Everyone had it as well. You'd be sitting there with a bit of cotton wool. What happened? I bumped my knee. Yeah, put a bit of cotton wool.
Bump my knee, fever, food poisoning, all the same.
Yeah.
All the same.
But you know what though? We all survived, didn't it? So who knows? It was like the magic spray in football, didn't it? They just spray on the leg. Yeah. Anyway, look, I digress. So basically me and Sean went to primary school together and secondary school. Anyway, a doner kebab saved my life is the headline. A doner kebab saved my life. A father stabbed in the neck uses a £3.40 takeaway meal to stem the bleeding. I'll keep going, Sean. Sean's just looking at me like, what?
I'm trying. I'm like, is the pitta soaking up the blood? What's
Okay, so James Hobbs who was 37 a few years ago, lost 6.5 pints of blood following an attack. The knife missed his jugular vein by millimeters. Right? There's a guy that's been jailed now, but since everyone's okay, we can bust some jokes over this. And this was a long time ago. A father.
I was about to say you can't get a doner for $3.40.
yeah. She was like, what? That's why you wanted to know where it was. Donna's like, where? She was like, where can I get this doner from? £3.40. Cost of living crisis. A father saved his life with a doner kebab after being stabbed in the neck after buying a takeaway. So James Hobbs, 37, used an unopened £3.40 meal to stem the flow of blood after he was knifed by a guy called Jamie Edney, who's probably now in jail. Imagine that though, bruv.
An unopened, so what? Like
it was
a wrap.
It was the wrap paper. You know that paper that's so strong, the grease from your thing can't come through it. But I like to think that there was a combination, right? A combination of the paper added to the grease.
Was that a kebab pun? Yeah,
a combo. A combo. Bro. I like to say it was a mixed grill of. Circumstances, yeah. So apparently it was in Somerset where this was. Yeah, decent. Basically, Mr. Hobbs held the kebab to the man's neck and it saved his life because it gave paramedics time to rush him to hospital. That, I've never thought of a kebab being used. And they've actually got a picture of the same kebab, which you might be able to see on the socials, but as Sean can describe it to those who are listening right now.
I'm already for this kebab because there's a lot of salad.
Oh, the kebab looks good.
It does. It does a lot. Like any kebab with a lot of salad, I'm on board.
Obviously, a bit of meat as well.
Yeah.
With the,
but
when
not
salad
called meat. I don't want a meat kebab.
You know what I mean?
I'm always sus of anything called a meat kebab.
But
he doesn't look happy though. The chappie doesn't
he
look
looks like
happy.
he needs to eat that kebab as well.
He
He looks a little bit
does.
slim, doesn't he? Yeah, he looks a little bit.
But it's probably a little bit of
He's
red
lost
sauce.
and he's lost 6.5. Bruv, you know what?
I wouldn't be
Isn't
smiling
it-
if I lost 6 months. But
Exactly. Do you think that the fact that they've not mentioned chili sauce on that? Because I think that could aggravate the situation. If man holds a kebab to your slice neck and he's got like a vinegary chili and some chili sauce and that splits on you.
you'd be like that. Oh, come on.
What do you say?
Come on, man. Like insult to injury, innit?
Yeah. It's like rubbing salt on a wound, but it's actually literally
But
chili
maybe-
sauce. Yeah.
A bit of garlic sauce
Yeah.
might have a cooling effect.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm
okay,
saying? You'll spit it
yeah,
over.
but got a bit of the tzatziki or whatever they call it in. Yeah,
Bit of cucumber in there.
Bit of cucumber in there.
bit of
Cools it.
cooling.
Oh, okay, cool.
maybe.
So I think that it was the combo of the paper, which is like a dressing, and then it had like a mesh behind it, which was the salad, the onions, and the meat.
That was a leap.
Soaked it all up.
I was on board for a second. And the pitta, the pitta as well is like it just got to have some
Yeah.
soaking properties as well. No?
Yeah, bruv. But imagine a kebab saving your life, bruv. Would you go back to the? I feel like I've even got the name of the kebab shop. It's called Tasty Bites. Tasty, Bitez. Open 7 days a week. Wow.
In case you get stabbed in the neck.
In case you get stabbed
on
in
any
it.
day.
Bruv, you
In
know, these
Somerset.
guys are here saving the community.
Just getting stabbed in the neck in Somerset.
You know, I don't know, bruv. There's rough bits all over the UK. But I don't know, man. Like, how would you, like, I'm just thinking, if you were the kebab shop, I would, because it's a cost of living crisis, Sean. You have to get, I'm here for the hacky and cheap puns, right? If I'm trying to make money off this, yeah. No one's died. The perpetrator's gone to jail. We're all good. What are we going to name our kebabs? Because I might even go as far as changing the name of the kebab shop to like Killer Kebabs. No, that's wrong, innit? Because they're not killer. They'll be, what they be? Life-saving kebabs.
Not quite the same ring to
It's
it.
not-
but
it's not gonna be, yeah.
It'll be something like "Don't die."
Don't die! Don't die! Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's the
yeah,
best
yeah.
I could come out with on the spot.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Protect your neck. It'll be like a Wu-Tang style, wouldn't it? Protect your neck. I don't know,
Your
bro.
neck
Yeah.
protector. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know, bro. But yeah, anyway, look, everybody survived. No, everybody lived.
It'll probably be sheesh. Protect your neck.
Sheesh! That was it. Sheesh! Yeah. So yeah, Anderson, who did the stabbing, was given 160 hours of unpaid work, and Jones was given 150 hours. I think these are both the guys involved in it, and they're both ordered to pay prosecution costs as well. And no one went to jail. Oh my god, bad.
Well,
isn't
you'll have to shank people in the neck and not go to jail.
it? That is mad. Bro.
I feel like people go to jail for less than stabbing someone in the neck.
So yeah, like, you know, that is mad.
Just for community service, you know.
Yeah,
Attempted
man.
murder, just community service.
But imagine, yeah, that is bonkers. But imagine being in the jury if it did go to court like that, and you had to sit there and listen about how a kebab saved a man's life, and you have to ask detail about it, like what size was it? Was it a large kebab? Was it a medium-sized kebab?
Yeah.
You know?
Can we get photo evidence of this kebab?
Yeah, can I find
What
it?
salad did they have on top?
In fact,
Because
if,
it would probably
yeah.
be bearing it.
In fact, Your Honour, as requested earlier today, I'd like to introduce a free kebab for all. So everyone would like to just reach under their seats. You get a kebab, you get a kebab, you get a kebab. But anyway, yeah.
Do you reckon it could have been like pretty much any item, but it just happened to be an extremely cheap doner kebab?
I reckon a good cheeseburger with a good bun could have done some soaking up. But it doesn't have the same wraparound, because the
doesn't.
paper you get in a kebab is unlike anything else. Like the paper you get from kebab, I've had a chicken wrap before with the same paper
It's
that's from
supposed
the
to keep
kebab.
it's supposed to keep the grease, etc.,
It does,
inside.
yeah.
So
Or the blood out.
right.
So if you wrap a man's neck in it, you're gonna keep a man alive.
Jeez.
In
Yeah,
fact,
little did
funny
you know.
story. Me and a mutual friend of ours, we'll call him G. We went out, and on the way home, the cab driver at the time was cool and said we could bring our chicken wraps into the kebab, into the kebab, into the car. Yeah, and it was really dark in the car. We were drunk, so we're eating the wraps. Going, "Hey, bruv, these wraps taste mad dry, you know." We get out the other side, we realise we've been eating the paper. We thought the top had been ripped off.
I'm not even surprised.
Hey, bruv, Oh, man, he went a bit light on the sauce there.
It's still back the whole thing though.
Can't lie, the first half of it was great, bro. Get me? I ate the paper, so I didn't have to wipe my ass the next day. You get me, bro? Just wiped
Soaks
itself.
up the alcohol as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've ascertained that it soaks up fluids well.
So there you go, bro. A kebab has saved someone's life.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, look, I think you should wrap it up here, bruv.
Just that another kebab.
Come on. Oh, man. Do you want anything else with that, Sean? Or podcast?
No meat.
Oh, man. Sheesh. That's mad, man. Anyway, I don't take too much more time. No? That's not a good one. No. Ain't running. I did it to myself. That's the wrong one. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, this has been How to Kill an Hour. We're back. We're going to be putting out episodes regularly. It would either be bi-weekly or every week, which we're about to work out after we press record. Please find us on all social medias at How to Kill an Hour. We are on the new threads that Instagram has put out as well. It's a new social media that I'm sure Sean has been all over as well. Yeah. We're on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We are on everything, basically. So check us out. I'm at Marcus Bronzy on all social medias as well. Sean, where can we find you?
At my home address.
And it is his home address is road. Yeah. Postcode is C. Yeah, there you go, bro. Perfect. Yeah, this has been How to Kill an Hour. We'll be back with some more jokes, some more news from the internet. Thank you for listening to us, and it's good to be back, bro. I'm glad to be back doing this podcast, man, and it's good to be talking to you, Sean, my mate, from a long time.